Hello there guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and on this video there is lots to negotiate about, so let's delve straight into the topics. I am going to be giving you a bit more additional information on Marcus Rashford. Then I'm going to be giving you the latest news on Angel Gomes, because there is huge developments on Angel Gomes. Also, then I'm going to be giving you the latest news on Jude Bellingham, because Manchester United have made a promise to Jude Bellingham, if we do sign him in the summer transfer window. And after that, there will be a few other things I want to negotiate with you about as well. So we will start with the news anyway on Marcus Rashford. So I've just been reading the Manchester Evening News, and it's in a few other media outlets, but it has confirmed today that Marcus Rashford is back at the Carrington training ground. Obviously, stepping up his fitness regime from his back injury, because obviously, Marcus Rashford has been out with a back injury since January, and the last game he did play was our 1-0 win against Wolves in the FA Cup third round, and it was a replay. Rashford in that game, had come on as a substitute and that. But yeah, I think he's around 80% fit now, is Marcus Rashford. Obviously, it has confirmed anyway that he has visited the Carrington training ground. He's visited the Carrington training ground twice a week in the last fortnight. But Rashford, has only been, the player there. And I don't think he's done any outdoor training, by the way, as Marcus Rashford. But, the reasons he's been going to Carrington in the last couple of weeks is obviously, to get treatment. It's confirmed anyway that, Manchester United will return to training next week. I think it is on the 18th of May. But it has confirmed, when the season does resume, as you all know, the season is resuming on the 1st of June. Marcus Rashford will be back, and so too will Paul Pogba, because obviously, Paul Pogba's been out with injury for quite a while. But like I said to you, Rashford is one of Manchester United's best players, and he's been one of our best players. Well, he was one of our best players earlier on in the season. Obviously, before he sustained that back injury. I think Rashford's got 19 goals in 31 games in all competitions this season. Rashford has got over 60 odd senior goals in just over 200 appearances. And obviously, Rashford has been in the senior squad since 2016. I think Rashford's been at the football club now a good 15 years. Obviously, that's including, the time when he was in the youth setup, because he was in the youth academy for several years. Rashford has been a Manchester United player since the age of 7, and he is now, of course, 22. When he does come back, Marcus Rashford, like I mentioned before, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will play Rashford out wide, because he seems to be more effective from that wide position, and most of his goals come from that wide position. But, he can also play Marcus Rashford as a number 9 and that. But like I said, since he broke into the senior squad back in 2016, Marcus Rashford has become an integral part of the team. Don't forget he scored twice on his Europa League debut against Midtjylland. He also scored twice on his Premier League debut against Arsenal, scored on his League Cup and his international debut. So it just indicates how good Marcus Rashford is. He's endured some difficult times as a Man United player. Like I said, he's had quite a few injuries. He endured a very difficult time as well under the Jose Mourinho era. But yeah, so he has visited Carrington training ground today and that. So he's around 80% fit now, so he is nearly there. So that is the news on Marcus Rashford. Now let's delve into the news on Angel Gomes. So I think Angel Gomes is quitting Manchester United. Now, obviously, recent reports have come out and said that Chelsea are confident that they can sign Angel Gomes. Angel Gomes' agent, has been in negotiations with Chelsea. And don't forget, Angel Gomes' contract with Manchester United does expire at the end of next month. So, obviously, if we don't get him a new contract, then, we are going to lose Angel Gomes on the 3. And obviously, it's looking very, very likely that we're not going to get Angel Gomes a new contract anyway, because obviously, recent reports said that contract talks between Manchester United and Angel Gomes are at a standstill. And, don't forget, we have been in talks for quite some time now, over getting Angel Gomes a new contract at the football club, because we have confirmed, that we want Angel Gomes to commit his long-term future at Manchester United. It was coming out last month saying that Angel Gomes wants to stay at the football club. and he wants to win trophies with the football club. But I think Angel Gomez is looking at it as well, thinking that I'm really, really infuriated, with the lack of game time he's been getting because he's seldom played under Solskjaer this season. But obviously, he's only made 6 first team appearances this season, but the main explanation why he's seldom played is because there has been a lot of uncertainty over his future. Now, we have made quite a few contract offers for Angel Gomes. I think we made a contract offer to him at the start of this season. Obviously, was it back in March? We offered him £25,000 a week, turned it down. Not too long ago, we offered him a contract worth around £30,000 a week, plus additional bonuses. Angel Gomes also turned this down. So there you go. So yeah, looking very, very likely now that he's going to be leaving Manchester United is Angel Gomes. It hadn't only mentioned though that Chelsea have been in for him. Reports have been coming out today also saying that Arsenal have been interested in Angel Gomes as well, and I think a few other clubs have been in for him. So I think Chelsea are now emerged as the favourites to get him. I can't remember the last time Chelsea did business with us. I can't remember the last player they got off us. Obviously, we've done business with them by getting the Nemanja Matic off them back in 2017 for 40 mil. We obviously got Juan Mata off them back in 2014 for, was it around £40 million? So there you go. So I think, Angel Gomes is leaving Manchester United, unless we can get him a new contract at the football club. Obviously, up until this point, Angel Gomes has spent the entirety of his career with the football club. Obviously, he's 19 years of age now, is Angel Gomes. He was in our youth academy for several years, but I think he's been in our senior squad since 2017. Angel Gomes, he made his senior debut in our 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. That was under the Jose Mourinho era, by the way. And obviously, don't forget, Angel Gomes became the youngest player to represent Man United since Duncan Edwards and became the first player born in the 2000s, to make an appearance in the Premier League. But he is only the age of... Is he 18 or is he 19? I think actually, Angel Gomes is 19 and that. But yeah, so Chelsea, are very, very confident now they can get a deal over the line for the player. It also mentioned in the Daily Mail as well. I know the Daily Mail isn't a reliable source very often, but they mentioned that we've set a deadline for Angel Gomes for next week, to make a decision over his future. But yeah, I think, we are going to lose him on a free transfer. Arsenal, would like to get him because, like I said, he's available on a free transfer. But yeah, so I think, he's going to be one of the players that's going to be leaving Manchester United in the summer. But, obviously, if he goes to Chelsea and Arsenal, obviously, he'll be continuing playing his trade in the Premier League. I can't really have a perception on a player that's seldom played. I think he's only played 10 times overall anyway in the senior squad since he broke into our, senior squad back in, 2017. But yeah, I think, talks are ongoing. They really, really are. I think Angel Gomes' current wages at Manchester United at the moment are like £17,000 a week. So there you go. Now, the stories regarding Jude Bellingham, though, is totally contrast to the ones coming out regarding Angel Gomes. Now, reportedly, we are very, very convinced that we can sign Jude Bellingham in the summer transfer window. Now, like I said to you, we've reportedly said that we will offer Jude Bellingham we will offer him first team opportunities if he does come to Manchester United in the summer. Now, we do know how much Jude Bellingham will cost the football club. He will cost us in the £30 million range. I think it said Birmingham wanted 30 million. Some reports said they wanted around £35 million for the player. Now, the rumours have just started coming back again all of a sudden regarding Jude Bellingham, because they died down for quite a bit, hadn't they? Obviously, revert back to a couple of months ago. This was stemming from the German press, and they said that Borussia Dortmund were emerged as the favourites to sign Jude Bellingham. Now, I do like Jude Bellingham a lot. I think he's had an exceptional season in the Championship with Birmingham. I think he's played around 30-odd games this season for Birmingham as Jude Bellingham. Obviously, he became the youngest player to ever represent Birmingham, did Bellingham. And obviously, he made his senior debut at the age of 16 years and 38 days, did the player. He is only the age of 16, he's Jude Bellingham, so he's still inexperienced. I think he's 17 very, very soon. That's when he will be signing his professional contract with Birmingham, will Jude Bellingham. But I do expect him to leave Birmingham at the end of the season. But yeah, hopefully, Manchester United can get him in. I think he is predominantly a number 10. But, I think a lot of Manchester United fans would take him. Maybe, from my own perception though, maybe Bellingham does deserve another season in the Championship at least. I don't think his Premier League standard is yet, even though he's been good this season. I think Birmingham should give him another season in the Championship, obviously, to gain a bit more experience. And obviously, if he was to beat Birmingham next season, he was to do well, and obviously, he'd be worth more than the £30 million now that Birmingham are demanding. But there you go. Then again, some players from the Championship who come to the Premier League tend to do really, really well. Prime example, we got Daniel James from Swansea last summer for just £15 million with add-ons included, which risen up to like 17 or 18 million. But Daniel James has been a revelation for us. He's played persistently this season. I know he went a while without scoring, but I still think the vast majority of his performances have been good. James can play on the left and he can also play on the right. Obviously, he's more effective from that left-hand side is Daniel James and that. So, yeah, revert back to what I said about Bellingham. Do you think Manchester United should sign him? So, yeah, that is the latest news on that. But we are willing to offer him first-team football. Don't forget, was it a couple of months ago as well, Jude Bellingham had visited our Carrington training ground. So that had fueled speculation up. Obviously, he held talks with Sir Alex Ferguson, did Jude Bellingham, when he was at our Carrington training ground. And I think also too, Ed Woodward had negotiations with his parents. And Bellingham, had given his verdict on his, tour around Carrington. And I think, he did really, really like it and that. So, yeah, he's one of our priority targets now, is Jude Bellingham. So there you go. Now, I'm going to give you some news on Adrien Rabiot from Juventus. I'm going to give you some news on Adrien Rabiot from Juventus. So, reports have been stemming from the Italian press today, allegedly saying that Adrien Rabiot has told Juventus he is on strike and he is refusing to return to Juventus training and that, because obviously Adrien Rabiot does want out of Juventus like he's already confirmed. But reportedly, Adrien Rabiot has denied this, basically. He's laughed the rumours off, saying that, he's told Juventus that he's on strike. He has made an admission as Adrien Rabiot, saying that he has held negotiations with Carlo Ancelotti, who is the Everton manager, because also too, Everton have expressed an interest in Adrien Rabiot. Also too, recently Arsenal have been interested in him. Now, this has only been his first season with Juventus as Adrien Rabiot's. He doesn't really get in Juventus' team because obviously, Maurizio Sarri prefers the likes of Matuidi and Janik, head of Adrien Rabiot. Of course, Adrien Rabiot has got a contract with Juventus until 2023 because he signed a 4-year deal with them when he signed last summer. And Juventus, of course, did get him on a free transfer. Juventus have got quite a few players in on free transfers in recent years. Not only Rabiot, Ramsey, and also to Emre Can from Liverpool. But yeah, and Adrien Rabiot, he did spend the vast majority of his career with PSG because he was there several years. He broke into the PSG senior squad in 2012 and obviously, won a total of 18 major honours with PSG. And I think Adrien Rabiot is predominantly a box-to-box midfielder. And, but would you take Adrien Rabiot at Manchester United? I think it did say, disregarding being part of any swap deal, he would be available for maybe around 25 or 26 million pounds. So he is a cheap solution, is Adrien Rabiot. The Italian press came out a couple of days ago and actually, said that Manchester United have been in negotiations with Adrien Rabiot's representatives over the possible move to Old Trafford this summer. I think we was also tracking Rabiot, during his time at PSG. He is only in his mid-20s though. And it's also confirmed as well that Juventus have cut the entirety of their first team squad of their first team squad wages. They've cut their wages and that, including, Adrian Rabiot's. Obviously, it did confirm from the media yesterday that Juventus have become the first Italian club to own their own cap salary. This is what's being confirmed. So now reportedly Juventus are only willing to offer contracts worth around £151,000 a week, which equates to around 7.9 million a year. Obviously, there's been talks of Man United possibly swapping Paul Pogba for Adrian Rabiot this summer. That swap deal is not going to materialise. Also, too, Aaron Ramsey got put into the equation as well. To be fair, I think quite a lot of Manchester United fans would take Aaron Ramsey, obviously reflecting on his good pedigree he had in the Premier League because he did endure 11 years with Arsenal. Obviously, Jannik's being mentioned. It mentioned the other day, though, that Jannik has got an agreement with Barcelona. I wouldn't want Jannik anyway as part of the deal for Pogba going back to Juventus. Obviously, Matthijs de Ligt was mentioned a while back. Douglas Costa's also been put into the equation. But, swap deals have been high on the agenda, but swap deals are very, very rare in the modern game and that. But obviously, now with Juventus, becoming the first Italian club to own their cap salary, Paul Pogba's move to Juventus this summer anyway is unlikely. And I've obviously, already said to, Paul Pogba will be staying at Manchester United next season. I can't wait for Paul Pogba to partner up with Bruno Fernandes in our midfield. Because they'll complement each other fantastically well. And Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes have not yet had the chance to play together in our midfield, which is a shame. But they will do when the season does resume. Like I said, Pogba's only played 8 times this season for the football club. His appearances have been limited due to his injuries and that. I think the last time he played was Boxing Day against Newcastle, 4-1 win. And the last time he started from the start was back in September. Pogba the other week revealed his plans ahead of his return. He aims to be the best player in the world. This is what Paul Pogba's plans are. And I think he did have the surgery on his ankle back in January and that. Obviously, we now know that Real Madrid are no longer in for him. That got confirmed not too long ago. Marca, which is a Spanish newspaper, they said that Real Madrid are not in for him now. The main explanation is because of his substantial wages. And plus, Real Madrid have got other midfield targets on their agenda because Paul Pogba's wages at Man United are like £300,000 a week. So he's actually one of the highest paid players at the football club. He's Paul Pogba. By the way, he's got exactly a year left now on his Man United contract with an option, I think, of a further year. But last summer, don't forget, Paul Pogba wanted to go to Real Madrid. He revealed that he wanted to go to Real Madrid last summer, did Pogba. Because he said last summer he was seeking for a new challenge, and he even publicly admitted, Paul Pogba, that he wanted to leave the football club and that. But the main explanation why his move to Real Madrid didn't materialise last summer was reflecting on, the substantial amount we put on him, because last summer we said we wanted around £180 million. So this is why, Real Madrid didn't get him. There were reports coming out the other week saying, we could only get 60 or 70 million pounds for Pogba if we sell him this summer. Obviously, Juventus are did try to offer a couple of their players to get Paul Pogba, because obviously, they're not willing to pay £100 million. And we've said, we want £100 million for Pogba if we do sell him in the summer. It's very imperative that we'd get more than what we paid for him, because we did pay £89 million for Pogba from Juventus. So, he is our most expensive signing and that. Like I said, Mini Raiola, his agent's been talking with Real Madrid. He's also spoken with his former club Juventus quite a few times, because Mini Raiola's been talking a lot since the turn of the year and that. Obviously, in recent weeks, the likes of PSG and Inter Milan have also been in for Pogba. But yeah. But Pogba has been mainly inconsistent, for us since he rejoined from Juventus back in 2016. Obviously, put into the equation, he endured a very, very difficult time under the Jose Mourinho era. Don't forget, we had Pogba when he was younger under the Ferguson era as well, but had to go due to limited appearances and that. So yeah, so he will be here next season, I think. I don't know though. I don't know about the foreseeable future. Maybe we could give him a new long-term contract if he is to perform well when the season resumes, and if he is to continue that going on into next season, maybe we will consider giving him a new long-term contract and that. So there you go. Obviously, yesterday as well, I give you the news on Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. Reports have been coming out from the Spanish media, and they've actually said of the Spanish media that Man United are close to signing Saul Niguez for just £70 million. Atletico Madrid have come to accept that, they'll accept a lower fee for the player. They're going to accept a lower fee for him. Obviously, with the financial issues due to the coronavirus pandemic. Obviously, it said around 3 or 4 weeks ago that, we was willing to pay 70 million for him, and we was willing to, pay him nearly £200,000 a week and stuff like that. Obviously, his wages at Atletico Madrid at the moment are like £115,000 a week. But Atletico Madrid said then that, they wanted his 130 odd million pound release clause, to be triggered, because he's got around the 130 odd million pound release clause in his Atletico Madrid contract. Obviously, back in 2017, Sol Niguez signed a 9-year contract with Atletico Madrid. And obviously as it stands now, he's got around 5.5, 6 years remaining on his contract, because he's under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2026 is the player. Sol Niguez is predominantly a holding midfielder, but can play as a central midfielder. When he was younger, he was predominantly a centre-half. And I think he is in his mid-20s, is Sol Niguez. I think also too Manchester City have been tracking him. But yeah, so he's been another player on our agenda. You already know the news on Moussa Dembele. I give you the news on Moussa Dembele yesterday. Reportedly Moussa Dembele wants to come to Manchester United. Obviously, the Lyon president himself made an admission saying Lyon may have to sell Moussa Dembele in the summer. Maybe a few other of their players, not only Moussa Dembele. Moussa Dembele will cost us in the 60 odd million pound range. Obviously, he came out the other week, did Moussa Dembele, and even said, he will find it hard to reject a move to Manchester United and that. So yeah, I think, it'd be good for us to recommend Moussa Dembele in, very, very good striker and that. So there you go. And that. So that's the latest on all of that news. Like I also mentioned to you yesterday, Manchester United are planning to make 3 big signings this summer. And the players we're looking to recommend in is Jadon Sancho, Jack Grealish and Jude Bellingham. Like I said to you, them 3 players will probably cost us in the 200 odd million pound range, probably around 220 million pounds. Them 3 players will cost us. Like I said, Sancho's one of our priority targets. Grealish is one of our priority targets in that. But, we will see what happens with that. But obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, has already revealed his plans, for the summer transfer window, which is very, very good. Don't forget, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did come out recently and he made a key transfer statement. And he said, we will enjoy a different, summer transfer window and that. Obviously, like I said anyway, a lot of clubs are going to have unprecedented summers, due to the financial issues with the coronavirus pandemic. So Solskjaer's admitted, these uncertainty, there's going to be uncertainty in the summer transfer window. But yeah, we are looking to make 3 signings. What Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did reveal. He said around 3 or 4 signings he wanted to make. Like I said, I don't think Manchester United are going to make 4 signings in the summer. Obviously, Ed Woodward has been talking a lot in recent weeks, and Ed Woodward, of course, said quite a few weeks ago now that we will not do business as usual in the summer transfer market. So in that aspect, what it meant is, we won't be spending hundreds of millions of pounds on players where, he basically ruled out big transfers to Manchester United and that. But, Ed Woodward, has been at the football club since 2012. And Ed Woodward, has, received a lot of criticism since he came in 2012. Obviously, the main explanations why we've been very, very critical of him is because, obviously, reflecting on how poor our recruitment policy's been in the last 6 or 7 years. Also, too, we've overpaid for players in recent years and that. And we've made a lot of wrong decisions in the last 6 or 7 years. Ed Woodward's also been, criticised for his poor selection of managers and stuff like that. Because obviously, we've had 4 managers since Ferguson left. Obviously Solskjaer is our 4th permanent manager, but obviously, 3 managers have gone since the Ferguson era, and obviously, we got rid of Moyes, we got rid of Louis van Gaal, and we got rid of Jose Mourinho and that. Like I said. So these are the reasons why Ed Woodward has been criticised. Don't forget, Ed Woodward confirmed the other week that, we are no longer in search for a director of football. The main explanation for that is reflecting on the impact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made. And don't forget, we was very, very critical of Ed Woodward also to this season. The Glazers, I think they're willing to back Solskjaer as well. We've had a lot of doubts about the club's ownership. The Glazers, of course, have been here since 2005, and I think the Glazers have taken over £1 billion out of the football club. So there you go. But like I said to you, I have seen improvements under Solskjaer. I've seen improvements. I think he's changed the tactics, he's changed the personnel. I think a lot of players as well have improved under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Definitely the top players such as Martial, Shaw, and Fred and Rashford and that. Because let's put into the equation, they all endured difficult times under the Jose Mourinho era. Jose Mourinho, has got a bad reputation, with top players. Let's be honest, because Mourinho endured 2.5 years with us, and obviously, he won 2 trophies in his first season, the Europa League and the League Cup, but. It just didn't work out for Jose Mourinho, and I've already given you the main explanations why it didn't work out under Jose Mourinho on that, because I think we also recommended Jose Mourinho in too late, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. We have improved in the transfer markets under Solskjaer. Like I said, Solskjaer's going to be here next season. And obviously, in the summer transfer window, it will be his 4th transfer window as Manchester United manager and his 2nd summer transfer window. But in total at the moment, Solskjaer's endured 3 transfer windows at Manchester United. Obviously, in his first transfer window, didn't recommend anyone in, but in the 2 previous windows, he's recommended 5 good players in and spent, around £220 million. Last summer, brought Daniel James in for 15 million, Bissaka in for 45 million. And obviously, brought Harry Maguire in for £80 million. Obviously, in January, he obviously, brought Bruno Fernandes in for £65 million. And obviously, he brought Odin Igalo in on loan and that. So, yeah, he's made 4 permanent signings and, of course, got 1 player in on loan. Did you know, Solskjaer? By the way, I like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's transfer strategy, by the way. He revealed his transfer strategy, quite a while back, did Solskjaer. But, don't forget Solskjaer still wants to continue the policy of recruiting young British talents to Manchester United, like he did do last summer. Because 3 of the 5 players he's recruited in so far, obviously, they are British. So there you go in that. And yeah, by the way, we've got 2 young players that are set to sign for Manchester United. Like I think I mentioned on one of my videos the other day. We are going to be signing, I think, Joe Huggle from Sunderland. I think we have agreed a deal to get him for around £250,000 a week. Is it something like that we've agreed with Sunderland? I think it's something like that anyway. And I think it did say we're going to pay £250,000 and we're going to, I think, offer him around £1,200 a week or something like that. Also, too, we're going to get that, what's his name, Mark Juado from Barcelona, that youth academy player for Barcelona. I think we've paid just over £1 million in compensation to get him on the board. So I think they're actually going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first 2 signings in the summer and that. So yeah, and they're only very, very young. So I just wanted to confirm that with you guys. Like I said, Solskjaer's not only focusing on incomings in the summer, he's also focusing on the outgoings as well. Because obviously, Solskjaer's planning to get rid of around 5 or 6 players in the summer. Like I said, I've already gone through with you the players that I expect to leave Manchester United this summer. And that is Phil Jones, Gomes, Pereira, Lingard, Smalling, Rojo. Definitely Smalling and Rojo will go on permanent transfers because obviously, we've got Smalling out on loan at the moment with Roma. We've got Rojo out on loan at Estudiantes. Diego Dalot, he could also possibly leave the football club as well. Sanchez, we'll probably be loaning Alexis Sanchez back out more than likely. We'll be loaning him back out because we won't be able to get rid of him on a permanent transfer, Sanchez, reflecting on his substantial wages at the football club and that. But Sanchez is on loan at Roma at the moment. Not Roma, sorry, Inter Milan. Of course, Sanchez did enjoy a difficult 18 months with Manchester United and that. So, yeah. So, we are definitely going to get rid of players in the summer. But, like I said, a lot of players have left since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's arrival and that. And, like you saw in one of my videos that I did the other day, I think, there's quite a few players, Man United shouldn't have got rid of after Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement. I think, like, Herrera should have stayed. We shouldn't have got rid of him last summer. We made a mistake by getting rid of Romelu Lukaku last summer. So, yeah, there's players that, we've had that, we really shouldn't have got rid of. Maybe we should have given Memphis Depay a bit more time. Maybe Wilfred Zaha should have been given a bit more time, when we had Wilfred Zaha under Ferguson, because, actually, it was Ferguson's last signing was Wilfred Zaha, so there you go and that. But yeah, so it's good that the football season going to be resuming next month, the beginning of next month. Obviously, games are going to be played behind closed doors and stuff like that. Obviously, there's still talks of games, being played at neutral venues and that. Obviously, a lot of clubs have gone against this, and they don't want matches, played at neutral venues and that. But yeah, it is going to be resuming because the government have given it permission. The Bundesliga, by the way, starting on the 16th of May, which is not far away now. Obviously, Liga 1 got suspended the other week, so obviously, that's not going to be resuming. But PSG got the title. So there you go and that. But yeah, we're going to have a fully fit squad. We're going to have a fully fit squad, when the season does resume, which is very, very good because, we've had quite a few injuries this season, to be quite honest with you. And reflecting on that anyway, Solskjaer's had to make rotation in the squad. But yeah, and we was in a good run of form as well before the football season got suspended because we are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions. Like I said, we've done very, very well against elite opposition this season, which is a positive. We've done very, very well against the elite opposition. We've taken like 17 points against the big six sides this season. So yeah, I've seen improvements under Solskjaer, but these still things that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does need to work on. He needs to probably make a tactical change. Maybe he needs to work out his best formation because he's been changing formation persistently this season on a regular basis, so he has been going with that 4-2-3-1 formation. We need to extend more players' contracts, by the way, because there's around 9 players' contracts that are due to expire next year and that, so that's something we do need to sort out. But there again, we have extended a lot of players' contracts since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in and that. But yeah, and Solskjaer was very, very close to getting sacked earlier on in the season. He was very, very close. He really, really was. But I don't know if he's a foreseeable future for Man United. He does deserve at least a couple of more transfer windows. See who else he can recommend in that. And let's just see what happens. So anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon.